Hello everyone, welcome to Crypto Morning, Friday, September 27th, 2024. Everything's set for the bull run. The way I see it, we're really organizing a feast. We've got the fine china out, guests are arriving, we're all ready. We just need the main course and sides to kick off the evening. This feast is about to begin, no doubt. We've just crossed crucial levels. We've been discussing this lately. There's one small hurdle left, but we're tipping over. The momentum is massive in the markets, macroeconomics and technical indicators. The S&P 500 is showing strong momentum. We had great stats yesterday. GDP as expected and excellent corporate results driven by AI. AI is back in fashion. Robinhood news. Everyone's jumping into stablecoins. They'll launch one soon. It's the hot market right now. I've read interesting analyses on how rate cuts won't help Tether. Tether's been in the spotlight lately. They take 100 billion in stablecoins and have 100 billion in US bonds. They had bonds at 5 to 6%. Now those bonds will only decrease in value. It'll remain a cash cow. But as the Fed lowers rates, it's worse for stablecoins, especially Tether. Still, it's a huge moneymaker. In 2-3 years, there'll be 50 players. Everyone's jumping in, soon more stablecoins than cryptos. As for Binance, Zed needs to be careful or he won't leave US prison. He's still serving clients in Russia because Russia remains a huge market in terms of traffic and market share. It's a very, very big market. Turkey's big too. There's Vietnam, and Russia is one of Binance's biggest markets, so they still have clients. They say there's a limited number of clients, but it's still open over there. I want to tell these guys, be careful, Americans. We've been talking about this a lot lately. I think it could be even more. What's it called? The cherry on top, but like the next level. China might announce laws favoring the crypto sector, especially mining. Justin Sun, our Tron buddy, told us if it happens, it could be wild. That's what's great about decentralization and Bitcoin. You can claim whatever you want, but everything is traced and traceable. If you analyze all the data and details, you know exactly who owns the most Bitcoin in the world today, where it's mined most, where transfers happen, and all that. It's all tracked, traceable, and so on. China remains number one, ahead of the United States, while we only hear about Marathon and others. The Chinese are still quietly number one, and we're waiting for good news. It could be positive signals from China. For me, this is a key issue. I think from Europe and the US, we don't have the same perception of cryptocurrencies at all. It's good to remember that each time, because Bitcoin was created for this. 50% of people in the Middle East and Africa don't have access to banking. A project like this could be worth a lot. Many people can't access the banking sector, which is why it's popular in the Middle East. 7.5% of trading volumes are from there. For me, this is good news, even if it's both good and bad. It's bad because currently it's just a digital vault. It offers staking and other services, but fees seem high. Feel free to give feedback if you use staking or swaps to know about the fees. Still, I think it's good news, though I'm very wary of these things. Centralized exchanges, especially one like Binance, are ready to do anything to save their skin. They'll do whatever it takes, even going overboard. The fact that we can now buy crypto or even stake on games, I've seen it and think it's good news. However, for me it's bad news because it's still a vault. And the ability to do this means they're integrated with other platforms. To me, this is a potential security flaw. Maybe one day we'll hear about a major hack, similar to Layer 0 bridges. Often it's through bridges, and this is like a bridge with ledger. We should see how it works technically. Does it compromise security? I'm not sure, but long term I think these could be good solutions to avoid using Binance. That's all there is to it. It's looking good for Avalanche. We'll see it's bouncing back with some positive news. I think Avalanche had suffered a lot, and now they're doing what many projects like FTM are doing. They're going to compensate developers with a portion of the gas fees. I believe this is simply the future. It's an economic model where those who bring users to your blockchain are rewarded. It's only fair that they get paid. I think this is the economic model of the future, and many projects are moving towards it. About Aptos, we've discussed it before. I wanted to briefly mention Aptos because I don't want to debate about the airdrop. I just want to say it's sad because some people spent their summer on this and only got $4. The worst part is that if Aptos had just released a small character or a simple website with a funny little hamster, it would have been better received. As it's unpretentious and simple, they would have done a similar thing. Today, I think they wanted to do much more and try something new. It's a shame. We'll see how it goes next. Clearly, it might be his last speech, touching on the fact that the crypto industry, won't be able to survive without investor protection. Basically, we still need him. Is this a bid for re-election? I don't know, but I think in 2 months he won't be here anymore. Then Paul, will it be good news? A major upgrade? I honestly don't know the details, but it's usually positive when there are upgrades. It's called Ahmed Dabad, so it's live and we hope it brings good vibes. Finally, looking at the map, I think we're doing well. We have Pendle, which is breaking records. It's been a while since I've seen the same coins, especially old Shiba and Doge performing so well. Interesting volume return, which is good because this rise comes with strong volumes. We've broken 65,000, which is great. Imagine we're 3 years after the previous ATH and we've come full circle. 3 years later, we're back at 65. That's why it's hard to break through. Some people have been waiting 3 years with Bitcoin bought at this price, and now volumes are surging. It's great to tell you this. A green candle passes, a red one invalidates it, and is much larger than the green one, which is great. It's the green candle, so it's the zig and zag. It completely swallows it, making a triple swallow. It's like the medium fish eating the small fish, which then gets eaten by and above all, the candle is massive. It's twice the red one. I think there's something amazing here. And you can see it's happening fast. That wasn't it. +6, +7%, a good 5% gain. And we'll aim for the highest. This is crucial because many people talk about the 64, 65 level. It's where there are tons of shorts. For me, this level is vital because it defines a sequence of higher highs and lower lows. We reversed it, and the shorters desperately wanted to hold it because they know it's flipped. We've broken through, and then there's one that might be seen as tougher to break, but for me it'll be easier. Here they're constantly exiting, so keep in mind that shorts are all at 68, 7,008. It's clear, but here they've lost momentum, lost the war of reversal. The shoulder-head-shoulder trend has definitely won through chaos, but that doesn't mean there won't be hesitations. For me, clearing these lows was more important than clearing the highs here. We were looking at 4 months, which scared me for 7 months. If we didn't pass this, we'd make another, but now we can continue. It's truly historic. As rates level off, I told you it's not the time to buy these last few days. Simply drop below 400, prepare your buy orders. A pullback isn't impossible. It'd be classic. An explosion followed by a pullback under 400 might be the last chance to buy under 400 in this cycle. As for Cardano, I find it really promising. It's looking good, with potential for explosive growth of 50, 100, 200% and maybe more. Far from 45, but a nice reversal like Bitcoin. It's also surpassing its previous high. AVAX, which we discussed, outperforms Bitcoin. Look, at 26 it's even higher. It's fully validated, but far from its 32 high. Lastly, tokens breaking records. Air Zero, newly listed, hit an 88th. Good start to its journey, like many. Exploded, then fell, but among recent ICOs, it's recovering best. Incredible to see, equivalent to Bitcoin at 65,000. It's completely turned around. Here it's completely exploded. He had a short session and now it's even breaking the 100 mark, I think. Looks like it's taking off again. With this pattern, it's definitely not the time to hesitate about buying. For me, this might be today's opportunity. It's barely bouncing back, just like many others. Even when it rebounds, it's the same story. Honestly, from 80, imagine it dropped to 36, 37, then to 28, losing 90%. So you can see it's making a nice comeback. First point where it stabilizes a bit, second, third, yeah, maybe. And we can say if that's the case, it could be huge. It lost 90%. Now it's just back to this level. It could go 10x. I think it's today's token to watch. Wishing you a good Friday. I'll see you very soon.